Welcome to my podcast. Hope you like it and you subscribe.
We want to welcome you
We'd like to
to our
welcome you
island.
to our island.
Welcome to our island.
That's like an all-time tweet for me.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, I can't wait for this.
perfect usage. I've never seen that video used better than in that circumstance because it's true. That's what she's doing when you get to her island. She's welcome.
Welcome.
You
We'd
get
like to
welcomed.
welcome you.
We want to welcome.
We'd like to welcome you to Pop Girlies.
Yes. Oh,
Look over
this
the
is exciting.
edge.
But not too
Not too
far.
far.
Ha! Ha!
This is like major gaggery alert.
This is
What we're
huge
doing.
gag.
Yeah. This was almost the first episode.
Yes, I was gonna bring that
Yeah,
up.
that's
Yeah.
right. It was. We've almost done it a
Yep.
few times
Yeah.
because it was almost the
Yeah.
first episode, and then I almost did it before we switched gears for the Madonna double feature back in February because we
Oh,
almost
that's
did
right.
this
Yeah.
as kind of
Right.
like around Valentine's Day. Since, well, I don't want to spoil Maria's spiel,
Oh, it's all good. It's all
but
good. There's
we're
lots to
f
talk about.
we're finally turning into Desire. Like this is kind of
Yeah.
crazy,
It's kind of wild.
Yeah, kind of full circle.
and I feel like this was an early album that like all three of us bonded over.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
It's like that
our
girl.
our group chat photo is the picture of Emma Stone where it looks like the
She's
cover of
turning
this
into
album.
I
desire.
mean, where she's turning into Desire.
It's where she's turning into
I
Desire.
almost made
Really see it.
that the background photo, but it was not readily accessible via Google.
Well,
Ugh.
and where's your shirt? You have a shirt that has that.
Oh, that's right. I do.
I got Drew a custom t-shirt with that for his birthday. Clearly, he hates it.
Girl, I don't hate it. It's just not. I didn't wear it all day,
You wore the
and that's where I
Peloton
am.
shirt all day. You wore that to
I
work.
would have slept in it last night, wore it all day,
Right,
and
If
then
you
did the
really wanted
clock.
to let the desire marinate while you're turning into it, maybe you would
right.
have.
Well, the thing is, I already like I am Desire because I've turned into it
Oh,
forever
right.
Um,
ago. Like I don't need the. It's like that line in Solar Power where she puts the cherry black lipstick back in the drawer because she don't
Because
need
you
it
don't need it
anymore.
anymore.
I don't need
mm,
the Desire anymore because I turned
Because
into
I
it and
mean,
I
you just
got
are
that
desire.
power. Yeah.
It's like turning
So
into a gas. Like that's how I think about desire. It's like imagine if like we all just became like gases.
it's like
yeah,
photosynthesis.
yeah.
Photosynthesis, girl, photosynthesis is
You, it's
eating.
Oh, wait. What's okay? Never mind. We can
I
skip
mean, I
past the
guess photosynthesis, you're
biology.
like turning like light into energy, but photosynthesis is when like the plants eat.
it is 3 minutes and we are already talking about photosynthesis.
Wait, okay. No, well, that's what I was thinking, but okay, it's
Oh,
fine.
because you're like turning, so like
Yeah,
yourself is the light, and the energy
yeah.
is the desire. Okay, I'm getting
I'm
it.
getting
I
it.
see. I was two steps ahead. I'm like a mastermind. I have the mind of a mastermind.
You're that Nicki video where it's like the first time you listen to it, you're not gonna get it. You're gonna be
You're
like,
not
"Whoa,
gonna
what
get
is
it.
this?" But then if you listen to it a few times, it's nothing. It's like nothing that's on the radio right now.
Exactly,
I
exactly.
tweeted that video today with the lyrics, "Shade never made anybody less gay." Boom, you need to calm down. Because like, I'm sorry, I stand behind that song. I really do. I was
It's very
jamming
good.
to it in the gym. Like, me gets the lashings it deserves and should always get lashed. She should always be flogged in the town square for that song. But you need to calm down. I'm sorry. Like Taylor could do the lyric, all romantics meet the same fate someday, drunk and boring someone in some dark cafe, but Joni couldn't do Shade never made anybody less gay.
Right.
And that's just the truth. That's why Joni's so mad at her. She knows that she's inferior.
Joni Crave is gonna come for you.
Joni Crave, bring it on. Joni Matchell. Okay.
Oh my God.
Sh should we get to hot tracks
Yeah,
before
totally.
we
Yes.
get derailed further? Okay. Drew, turn into hot
I'm
tracks.
first.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm gonna be honest, I'm I'm still on the Virgin train. I'm
Yeah.
still on it and I'm still digesting and I'm still living, loving and learning and listening. And I was on a long-term flight yesterday. And I'm gonna be honest, I think I listened to Shapeshifter 45 times.
Whoa.
And so that's my hot track. And yeah, those strings,
Oh,
uh, they're everything. Um, so yeah, so that's my hot track and get into it. Shift your shapes,
it's like
period.
insane how good it is.
Yeah.
It's insane how good it is. Yeah. Okay, Maria.
Cool. So my hot track is one that like over the last like week or so I've just like been returning to so much and definitely was inspired by just like, couple months ago, the Pink Panthers mixtape came out, and I've, already had been like listening to like some of the artists that she sampled in that project. But one artist that I've been returning to a lot over the last few weeks has been Underworld. And I recently listened to their album called 100 Days Off. And the one track that's been like really stand out for me has been the one that's called 2 Months Off. And it's really cool. I definitely recommend if you can digest a 10-minute song, definitely give it a go.
Oh, if you're listening to Pop Girlies, you've done 10-minute songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this shouldn't be news to anyone here that sometimes songs can be longer than 4 minutes. So just give it a go. It's definitely one of those cool kind of like trance house tracks, and it's got this like really cool beat that kind of like comes in and out and like cool kind of vocals in the back. Like it's super duper cool. The percussion in it's really great. So like definitely recommend it if you want to like maybe listen to something new or different from like what you typically listen to. But I've been listening to that a whole bunch. I did a lot of like biking and being outside over the holiday weekend, so it was kind of like my soundtrack to like getting around town. So that's my hot track.
Also, have you guys been seeing that Illegal is going viral on TikTok?
Yeah.
hmm
I
And that is
mean,
the song that samples a different track by Underworld.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say it's our impact, but like this did happen after the Pink Panthers episode and its success on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, I mean, like, my name is Pop Girly, and it's really nice to meet you.
right. This podcast has been recommended to you by some people,
By all the people who have listened to it.
all the
Right.
people on the planet. So,
No, I literally make anybody I'm with give it a 5-star rating
ugh,
if we're
yeah.
talking about
I
it.
mean,
I'm like, open your purse, get on your phone. I also
show
don't
me your
understand the five
purse.
star ratings because I've given it so many 5-star ratings, but like every time I look at it, it always like lets me do it again. And it's been stalled on Apple Podcasts at like 7 ratings, like since our debut.
Whoa.
So I don't know.
Whoa.
I don't know what's happening there.
What's up
Steve
with that?
Jobs, look into that. Tim Cook, well, Steve Jobs is dead, so that
Yeah,
won't
I
be
was gonna
for
say,
him to
well,
do.
Steve Jobs,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
not with us.
I
But
don't know if
Tim
he can
Cook,
help.
Someone.
look, someone needs to look into that because this is unacceptable. I have at least rated us 5 stars like 10 times.
Hmm.
Probably more than literally every single time I go look at it, I give us 10 stars. Because, self-love. It's what it's, you know,
Yeah.
if you can't love
Sometimes
yourself,
like
how are you going to love
you
somebody else?
exactly, exactly. You have to be your own warrior sometimes, and
You,
that's what we're doing.
you put the roux in the Paul and it's just good.
It's just good. It's just good.
Okay. Well, my hot track is a Pop Girlies fave. Um, It's Fuck Me Eyes by Ethel Cain. So she just released that last week, last Wednesday, actually. And I am so excited for the album. I know we all are. I know we're all going to see her, and it's going to be a Pop Girlies meet and greet. Our fans, we would love to see you there. We'll sign some stuff. Um, but
We're
I'm
gonna
just like,
sign Ethel merch.
we'll sign Ethel merch. I'll do it. I'll sign some Ethel merch. I feel like Ethel would like the podcast. She probably already listens.
Oh, totally. She's one of those
Um,
7 5 stars.
oh yes, she totally she's probably 6 of the 7. Um, but I love Nettles, the first song released from the project, but something about Fuck Me Eyes has just like possessed me. I find it, I love the like synthy sound on her. I love that it kind of sounds to me like a slow, sad, like 1980s, like prom dance song. Like it sounds like something that people would like slow dance to prom to me. Um, I think the lyrical content's incredible. I love a character study as a song. And the bridge where she goes, I'll never blame her. I kind of hate her. I'll never be that kind of angel makes me cry every time I listen to it. It's just like her
Well,
voice
that's the
sounds
part.
amazing. I mean, it's so good. It's so, but then also the part in the chorus where it's like she's scared of nothing but the passenger side of some old man's truck in a dark parking lot. Like, like it, there's just so many levels to this kind of excellence.
I feel like this album is gonna like take her to another like
It should.
sphere.
It should. It's so interesting though, because she doesn't really want that, which I find really interesting about her. She wants to, I think, really kind of remain as much in control. And I feel like it'll be interesting to see her do that as she gets bigger. Because I agree with you. I think it's gonna be big. I mean, she is kind of like a big cult artist, anyways. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's on her second album and she's doing, is she playing Huntington? Is that where we're seeing her?
No, it's Salt Shed.
Oh, okay. So I made her bigger than she is.
Yeah. I mean,
She
she
could definitely
should.
do it though.
Yeah,
Well, I
she
mean,
should
she should be
have.
doing Soldier Field.
Right.
Oh my God, could you
100%.
imagine being in Soldier Field during Sun Bleach Flies?
Soldier Field during American Teenager.
Well, there'd be earthquakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
We'd
God.
actually get a Lake Michigan tsunami and we would all be wiped out.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, yeah. So Fuck Me Eyes is incredible. So good. It's just
I was so
you put
gagged.
the fuck me in
I
the
mean,
eyes and
obviously
it's
the
just
song's
good.
amazing. Right. Obviously the song's amazing. I was also so gagged because when I saw her last summer at Summerfest, she did a cover of Betty Davis Eyes.
Oh, she did. You saw that?
Yeah. And I was like, whoa, thematically, the dots are connecting.
Well, and did you see like in the Instagram post, she like dedicated it to Kim Carnes, who sang Betty Davis Eyes. She was like, "This one's for you, Kim Carnes."
Oh my God. No, I didn't. Oh,
Yeah. So like
oh
it's
my
definitely like a
God.
reference. Betty
Yeah.
Davis Eyes. Hey, do you want to know who has a great cover of Betty Davis Eyes?
Hmm.
Taylor.
Really?
Yes, because so in Speak Now, this is one of my favorite things she did in Speak Now World Tour, the surprise songs where she did a different cover every night by like an artist that was like from the area that she did. And there's
Ooh.
professional recordings of The Drops of Jupiter and Betty Davis Eyes. And her Betty Davis Eyes
Whoa.
is so good.
Are either of those your favorite cover from that tour, or do you have a favorite that isn't one of those two?
I probably would say Drops of Jupiter. I mean, it's the one I've
The
listened to
Drops
the
of
most though.
Jupiter.
The Drops of Jupiter one though is like I also feel like she ghost wrote it, even though she was like in middle school when it came out. Like I feel like she telepathically sent it to Train.
Yeah.
And it's I stand by that song too. Train's an embarrassment to music, but like I stand by Drops of Jupiter. Drops of Jupiter is so good.
That's how it's like how it feels with some early Maroon 5 songs that are just like so good.
Yes.
And then you're like, oh gosh,
I
please
disavow
excuse
Soul
everything else.
Sister. I disavow all of that shit, but like like it's just like you dip the drops of the Jupiter and it's just
It's
like musical
good.
perfection.
I also love the performance on that tour of Back to December when she does Apologize and You're Not
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's so good.
So good.
She has a really great like Cowboy Take Me Away cover from that tour. She
Yes.
does a great
Ooh.
cover of Lucky by Britney Spears,
Oh wow.
which I think is very interesting because
Halsey
it
Nachos.
well, and she's
Halsey
also referenced
reheating Taylor
that
Nachos.
she's like referenced that song a lot because while she was on tour, she was writing Red, and on Red there's a song called "The Lucky One," which is her first song about fame, and it like definitely is playing on like Miss Lucky by Britney. It's just interesting.
Whoa.
It's very interesting. Yeah. And the other thing she did in that tour that I love is that every night she had a different like lyric written on her arm.
Hmm.
And she had a lot of Joni lyrics.
Yeah, I was
She
gonna
did a
say
lot of Joni.
I knew that with the Joni stuff, but
That was her peak Joni Stan era before Joni hated her.
if she's singing, good luck.
Good luck.
I have to
Oh,
say too, the train thing just reminded me, like me and one of my friends had an era where we would just like send each other like these like campy, awful, like top 40 songs like out of the blue, out of nowhere. And once she sent me 50 Ways to Say Goodbye by Train.
Oh, that
Like, do we all remember that song?
yeah, she
oh,
wanted you
drive
dead.
by.
Drive, okay, drive by kind of slaps. Like I have to say it. Like
Yeah.
drive by. She's cute. I mean, no one has Drops of Jupiter. Drops of Jupiter
Oh,
to
I
me is
mean,
Hey,
like,
Soul Sister.
yeah, that's where that's not cute to me.
The
That
Warblers
is.
cover.
Do you know how I feel
wait,
about Hey Soul
we
Sis? They did that on Glee. I probably blocked that out.
They did it at sectionals or regionals, girl.
No,
It was a
not in my world.
competition
Not in the
performance.
world I'm living in.
not my world.
Not in my world.
Well, in my world, in
Well,
the world that we are in,
not the one I'm in.
Earth.
I
No.
feel like my like battle as far as that goes is like defending a lot of the early Coldplay work.
Oh,
Oh,
I mean, okay. Irene Phillips, my dear friend, skip ahead to when we're not talking about Coldplay. She's can't do Coldplay, but I mean, like A Rush of Blood to the Head is a really good album.
It's just it's classic music. Like the
Where do
first,
you
I feel like
think
their
they
first.
start turning? Like, do you think they start turning like Viva La Vida kind of era?
no, Viva La Vida
Oh,
is amazing.
oh my
Oh, no, no,
God.
no. I'm saying like that's great. And then kind of after that.
Oh, after that.
Yeah,
Mayhaps.
they probably kind of start the decline after Viva La Vida, I would say.
Because
I mean, like there's a
Paradise, I
couple
know is
songs off some of the other albums that are good. But yeah, like Paradise, I was really into that song.
oh, see,
Um,
to me, that's kind of when they start getting a little more generic-y, bicky
yeah.
bicky.
Yeah. But like their first album, Parachutes, OMG. The whole thing is so good. I'm
Like
like
the
so into that
concept
album.
of it all being yellow.
Yeah.
When the stars shine for you and then when you drop it in with the yellow and it's just good.
Oh my, do you want
You
to hear
put the
something
cold
funny?
with the play and it's just
And
good.
it's just good. I mean,
Alex came out to one of his best friends in high school, and this person was like homophobic at the time, and so they sent him the song "Fix You" by Coldplay.
You're lying.
And now the person is trans, so it's like it's all everything's okay. Circle of life, mama. But isn't that so funny?
whoa. Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
It's one of my favorite stories. He's sitting right next to me. Isn't it funny? You dip the funny in the story, and that's
Isn't it
it.
funny? Wow.
Whoa.
And on
Isn't
that
that crazy?
note,
Isn't the passage of time crazy?
yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Let's turn into desire.
Yeah, with that
You
being
got
said,
some
it's
desire
definitely
to turn
time.
into.
It's definitely time to turn into Desirer. Okay, are you ready? Talk about it?
Desire.
Desire.
Well, yes.
Yay. Okay. Well, let's get into it. So, I'll be guiding us through our kind of background on the album. So, yeah, this is super exciting. This is one that, like, yeah, we really bonded over, and yeah, we're finally doing it. But I also wanted to give some background on the artist Caroline Polachek since we haven't talked about her just yet. And I learned some stuff about her that I didn't know previously from just kind of like getting into her background. So I thought it was really neat. But she was born in June of 1985. She's an American singer, producer, and songwriter. And she was born in Manhattan. And early on in her upbringing, her family relocated and she was raised in Tokyo from ages 1 to 6, which I didn't know. Thought that was pretty neat. And then she relocated to Connecticut, where she lived for most of her youth and upbringing and all of that. She started singing and playing the synthesizer at a very young age, when she was in about the third grade. And when she was in college, she formed a band called Chairlift, which I was familiar with some of their work before I got into her as a solo artist, and I had no idea that it was her. And I feel like I only found that out because of talking with the both of you. But one of their songs, Bruises, was famously used in an iPod Nano commercial around the time. So yeah, but so for Caroline, she also while Chairlift, the band was still active, she performed for a couple years under the moniker Ramona Lisa. So she did release a solo project aside from her work in the band. In 2016, that was the release of the last Chairlift album. And then once that had come out, she actually started to release projects under her actual name. So in 2019, Pang was released. That is her first solo debut album under her actual name. The lead single and like the most popular song from it being So Hot. Actually, no, sorry. Doors was the lead single, but the most popular song from it for sure is So Hot You're Hurting My Feelings. In 2021, it was like super duper viral on TikTok, and everyone was doing the choreo that she does in the music video. So I feel like that was her kind of first like burst into virality where people actually were attaching her work with like her and her name specifically. I feel like that's when I first actually like really knew who she was. And she opened for Dua Lipa's Future Nostalgia tour in 2021 that Drew and I got to attend. So we actually did see her open for Dua, which is pretty cool. And then in 2023, she released her second album, which of course is this album, Desire I Want to Turn Into You. And she actually started releasing singles for this project as early as 2021, starting with Bunny as a Rider and Billions. And then later on, Sunset and Welcome to My Island would be released as singles. So this actual album was released on February 14th, 2023. So yes, it was released on Valentine's Day, which is so fun. The producers for this album were herself, Danny Harl, Dan Nigro, Jimmy Stack, Sega Bodega, and Ariel Rechtshaid. I hope I said that right. But this album, as far as genre goes, is a mix of like art pop, alternative pop, new age. There's drum and bass elements, specifically with the track with Grimes and Dido. There's also some electronic elements, rock and trip hop. So the whole thing is pretty eclectic, but I think the main through line that really keeps it all together is not only like just the sonic environment, I feel like it's all pretty consistent, but is her absolutely incredible vocal performance. She is just so talented, not only just when it comes to singing straight up, but she also has an incredible ability to vocal flip and also like yodel. So it just makes for such an incredible, unique performance from her when it comes to like the actual, the job that is to be done on an album singing. The lyrics are super duper neat. There's themes of obviously romance, kind of also like self-discovery and just like self-reflection. And the imagery is something that I feel like we could just talk about forever and ever. The album cover is so, so unique. It feels very tactile, and it's really cool because there's obviously this foreground of her kind of like crawling through this like subway car. So it has this really interesting depth to it that makes it feel very tangible. But yeah, she's like crawling through the subway car. There's sand, there's ants, and then there's all these different people. It's just so interesting. And she did a different photo for every song on the album that kind of represents it. And it's in this like that kind of liminal, just like nowhere space. Like it's all these photos of her behind these like black backgrounds. And I think the like actual visual environment of the album is so specific and it's so creative and unique. And yeah, I'm just like very interested to see what you guys have to say and like everything that stuck out to you guys. But that is most of what I've got. But yeah, I'm really interested to see, or I guess just to have like kind of a structured conversation with you guys because we all know like we all love this album so much. But yeah, it's like a total mystery to me, like the songs that you guys will pick for your favorites and all of that. So yeah, that's kind of my background here. And yeah, would love to hear your guys' thoughts. Um, so yeah.
Yay! Everyone clap
Yay!
for Maria.
Clap.
Clap.
Yay. Well, Drew, do you want to go first?
Sure, yeah. Um, so I love Caroline. I was first exposed to her by Levi. I didn't know any of her
Oh,
stuff, and I
really?
remember, yeah, yeah. And you had sent me Pang. I don't. It was
Mm.
like I don't remember when, but it was pretty early on, and I think it had come out. Like it was definitely before I had seen her on Dua's tour or anything like that. Um, and I loved it. I think it's so great. Um, I just love, first of all, besides her vocal performance, which I think is like unmatched by any person. Um, I think her visual concepts are so cool. I don't think anyone is doing like visual concepts the way that she does. So yeah, and I know that's what Maria kind of hinted at how cool her album covers are, how cool her single artworks are. But I think that is like unmatched by, and I love who does her album covers. I know he did the Future Nostalgia cover as well. I don't, do you know, Levi, do you know their name?
I think they're actually two different people. I
Oh,
think they're
okay.
I think it's Hugo something though, which is the Pang Future Nostalgia one. Hugo like Comte, I want to say. It's
Oh, okay.
girl, it's French. I don't know how to say
Amazing
French.
photographer.
I don't know how to say
Yeah.
French.
But yeah, I just think her visual concepts are so interesting. So I having seen having been so obsessed with Pang and seeing her live on the Dua tour, and then Levi and I actually went and saw her. She did like a little summer tour in between Pang and Desire. So it was like summer of 2022, I believe, when we
Yeah,
saw
because we
her.
just graduated.
Yeah. And that was also so cool. She played like I know she played Sunset and I think Smoke, right?
And yeah, and Bunny. I mean, I know
Yeah,
Bunny
and
had
Bunny,
come
yeah.
out, but yeah, Bunny. And I think she played Billions too.
Yes, yeah, she did. But yeah, that was really cool. So I was like very much anticipating this. Um, and what I thought was really cool about it is like I know we talk a lot about like release strategy and like rollout, and this is like one of the coolest rollouts to me that I typically would not love. Like the kind of singles that lived on their own that were released so far in advance from the rest of the project. I really loved. Like I loved not knowing kind of where the singles were going, but they all work so well in the context of the album and they flow so well. I thought that was really cool. And I also thought it was really cool. Like, did we listen? Like, had we already heard Welcome to My Island before she revealed the name was Desire I Want to Turn Into You?
No, that was a single that was released when the album cover dropped.
Oh, okay, okay. But first, the name of it is just so incredible. Like, it's one of the great album names ever. But I also love how it's in a song and not the title of the
Mm.
song. I don't know. I just think she's so remarkable. So yeah. So and I kind of going off of seeing her. I love her performing. She performs like I was telling Levi before we saw her at the Metro, which was the show we saw in 2022. I was trying to describe to Levi what it was like seeing her because she really is like no other artist performing. And I was telling her, I was telling Levi, I was like, she performs like she's just singing the songs in her bedroom like nobody is watching. And that's like exactly how she performs. Like she really just kind of gives it her all, but she performs like she's just doing it for herself and not for like crowds of thousands of people. Um, so yeah, I'm really intrigued to see where she goes next. Because I feel like this era really put her into like the public eye more. Like I know a lot of people who were really big fans of indie music got into it when it first came out, but I know like because she did a huge tour for this and we like famously could not go because it sold out so quickly and like so many people were just so excited to see her. Um and I know like with the popularity of Brat, I know she got a lot of popularity with it as well because I know Charlie talked a lot about, being inspired by Caroline and then she's obviously on the Everything is Romantic remix, which is
Which
also
is one
so
of the
great.
best remixes,
Yeah.
in my
Um
opinion.
so yeah. She's just incredible. I love her. Yeah. I'm really excited to get into um my hot tracks. And the last thing I'll say is I wish like I didn't see none of us saw the tour for this,
Hmm.
but it's a shame that like she wasn't big enough to like put a huge arena show together for this because like could you imagine how cool it would be to like to experience this in like a huge arena with like a cool set that she would of course like bring and
I would love to see what she could do with like a huge budget.
yeah,
Her like
like
the performances that she does on like TV shows, like
yeah,
the like late night performances. Have you guys seen the Dang late night
yes.
performance?
It's so
It's
good.
so good. I love that when she does her scream.
Yeah. And then like that like clip of her screaming being used as like a reaction clip to other things
Oh, I
online is
have it
like
saved on my
so
phone.
good. It's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah. But yeah, I would I mean I can already like I don't know if this is the direction she would go in, but I can see it being like island themed, but her doing like her own like kind of weird twisted island and like that's just
And then
something
she
that would have been
welcomes
so
you to
cool.
it.
Yeah, I mean that would have to be the opener. And I think that is what she opened
Could
her
you
tour
imagine not
with.
opening with the song called Welcome to My Island?
I mean,
Oh my
it's one
God.
of the best album
Yeah,
openers ever. The and
correct.
another thing she does so well with like her vocals is like she can just she can sing but not sing lyrics and it be so impactful. And I think the best example of that is the intro to Welcome to My Island. I mean, it's
That
insane.
opening like battle cry is
Yeah.
like crazy. Yeah.
I also, another good example, I love Ocean of Tears on Pang.
Oh,
Mm.
oh
She
my
does
Guys,
God.
something
we have to do
similar.
Pang too. We have
Yeah.
to do Pang.
I mean, we have to.
Pang to me is such a fall album though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I
of
mean,
Pang as
back
very
in the city,
autumnal.
I'm just another girl in a
Girl in a
sweater.
sweater. No, and like why aren't we talking about how like I wrote myself a letter with just a single question?
Right.
It's just like
So good.
you dip the pet in the and it's just good.
Well, it's also so cool because Pang to me, like all of the songs like live in that world of it. Like it feels like such a concept, and this doesn't as much. Like Bunny is a writer and Welcome to My Island are on the same album,
See, that makes
but
sense
like
to me. That's
somehow
one of
it
the things that
works.
well, yeah, I have that. I have a point about that written down.
Okay, okay. Okay, yeah.
Don't reheat my
Levi,
nachos or
yeah,
steal my
Levi, get into your
nachos.
nachos.
Okay, Maria, can I get in my nachos?
Yes.
Levita nachos are served. Yeah, so I love Carol. I mean, I echo a lot of what Drew said. I love, love, love Caroline. So I am not like Maria. I didn't know Cheryl. I mean, I'd heard bruises, but like I wouldn't have been able to be like, yeah, that's that's the song Bruises by indie pop duo Chairlift. Like I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Right.
I got into Caroline as she was launching Pang, which was like her. I mean, she'd released solo projects before, but this is obviously like the first album that she did like under her name, kind of, I feel like marketed a little bit as a debut project. That's when I got introduced to her. I actually became introduced because she was included in an article in Pitchfork. And I watched the Door music video, and I remember I was gagging so hard. I was like, "What?" My brain was literally opening doors to another door, to another door, to another door, to another door. And then I kind of started like keeping my eye out. Um, the later half of 2019 was just like, in my opinion, an embarrassment of riches musically because we got, I mean, Lover was obviously like the dominant force for me. Uh, an album that is great and screw the haters. Don't let me contaminate it for you. And then Norman fucking Rockwell, Magdalene by FK Twigs, Immunity by Clairo, and then this. Like I was just being fed. I was a feasty little feast bucket. I mean, it was just nonstop. And I remember loving all the imagery. I fell in love with the album cover of Pang. And then I listened to Pang. I got really, really into it over that like winter break of like 2019 into 2020. That's when I got really, really into Pang. And I remember like going to my small town gym every day and like I have so many distinct memories of running on the treadmill to New Normal which is a weird song to be doing that to, but I would just do that on loop. And I just became obsessed with her. I think that she is just this incredibly creative, endlessly interesting and beguiling artist. I think that the way that she sees the way that she understands music and like knows the kind of stories she wants to tell and the way that she decides to tell them is just like so fascinating and interesting to me. All of her music is so rich and there's just so much to absorb, but it's also like full of gorgeous, catchy melodies and so many fun moments. She's not just, doing the kind of like high concept art pop thing. She's also like releasing songs like Bunny as a Rider that like are fun to dance to at a club. And she's just, I think, so cool. So yeah, was obviously super on board with the singles, very excited about the album getting released. Gag of the Century seeing that album cover for the first time. It's like in the pantheon of great album covers for me. The title is in the pantheon of great album titles. And I love the title too, because I think that you can interpret it different ways. I've seen people interpret it as like those are like separate thoughts, and like the you she's talking to is like a person. And then I think we kind of all interpret it as like she's talking to desire and like desire itself. And I think either way, you want to do that, I think it's justified. Like that first interpretation, I think is backed up by a lot of lyrics in the album. The one that comes to mind for me first is the lyric on Blood and Butter when she goes, I want to get closer than your new tattoo. Like I want to literally like become your skin. Like I think that that also kind of speaks to this idea of desire is like something that you like absorb, like you're getting absorbed into something else bigger than you. You're like wanting to kind of like submit yourself to it. But I do think she's talking. I think it's just more Caroline to be talking to like an ephemeral, abstract concept and being like, I'm gonna turn into you. She's turning into like a gas. Like it's literally like she's turning into a gas.
It's desire is a feeling, a verb, a noun, like
And like I love
an
that like the album
adjective.
cover, it to me it looks like she's like crawling to it. Like she's like going to kiss being
Yeah.
desire.
And the
Desires in the corner of
sand
the
is
subway car.
desire.
Yeah, and like she's like it's just incredible. And like I love the image of all the ants. I love that motif going around. I think that's like super interesting. I love like what Maria was talking about with like the liminal spaces of the single, like the specific song artworks because with Pang, they were liminal space as well, but they were like backdrops. And they were all these like kind of like gothic, like moody clouds. And I love that here they're just like stark black, and then there's like the set pieces. It's just like incredibly chic, so cool looking. It's like so editorial. She's just has such a way with imagery. And like everything's connected to like she's wearing like those same headphones in a lot of the pictures and like in the music videos. That like, okay, I have the Blood and Butter one behind me, that like arm thing that she has on, she also has on in like the Buddy is a Writer music video. Like there's just so
Hmm.
much connections. She is so intentional. That's one of my favorite things about the record. To me, even if you don't like it, I think that this is the kind of record that you listen to and you know that every single thing that happens was meticulously designed to happen that way. I think that it is just so intricately put together, and that's one of my favorite qualities in an album where like you can really hear it in the music and you can hear how detailed it is and specific it is, that like wow, like the people who made this album really like toiled over every single nanosecond of this, and were just incredibly intentional. So yeah, now let me look at my notes. I wasn't even looking at my notes, I was just freewheeling, yes, and uh kind of going off of what I just been talking about in a little bit more of a concentrated way, like this album feels like a world. It feels like a universe that you're entering into. I get what Drew's saying in the way that it's like different than Pang, because I think Pang to me is a bit more like kind of like in the same level. It's like all it's very gothic and melancholy and kind of romantic, and like this to me has a much more eclectic energy, but I think that it's also still incredibly cohesive. Like all of these songs to me sound like they've come from the same world and the same project. I don't think anything sounds out of place, and I think so much of that, the way that she's weaving all these different genre touch points together. The ones that I listed out are kind of maybe like more a little specific than the ones that Maria mentioned, where I think there's elements of new wave in these songs. I think that like Sunset is like a flamenco song, which is so cool. Uh I Believe has always given me like Hilary Duff, Lizzie McGuire movie. Like it's like teen pop from the early 2000s. I think there's like it's like very trancy at points, but everything fits together because it's given this like same kind of like texture sonically, and then obviously the lyrics and her incredible vocals, just merge everything together in this really interesting and beautiful way. But yeah, the production has so much texture. The percussion is one of my favorite things. I love the way that the drums sound. They have such like an interesting shape to them in my ears, and if you really listen to it, they kind of like rattle around a lot, and like there's a lot of cool stuff happening if you listen to it with headphones, like from like bouncing around from ear to ear. Like Pretty Impossible is a song where I notice that happening a lot. I love all the guitars. They add this like summery warmth to it that I feel like is very in line with like the album cover and a lot of the lyrical themes. Like it does feel like sandy and like sun-kissed and all of that. And I love that it's both like acoustic and electric guitars at points. Her voice is just like out of this world. She feels like she feels like she's some mythical creature. She feels like a siren or a nymph. Like that, like she is the voice of like a siren, like luring sailors to their death in the sea. It's just I can't believe that like her voice comes out like that, just out of her mouth. She just is such an arresting voice. I think that she's pushed back on these comparisons, but I really do think she's kind of like our generation's answer to Kate Bush. She's obviously doing things a lot differently than Kate Bush did, but I think that they're both experimenting with like what constitutes pop music and the kinds of things that you can like make music about and the ways that you can make music. I think she's experimenting with that at kind of like a similar level that Kate Bush was in her heyday. Yeah, this album's intense. I mean, it I put that this album feels like a sunburn, like something that's like so intense and full of color, but then also kind of like fading all around and kind of like washing in and blending in with everything else. And I think that like makes sense because this album is about desire. It's about wanting things. It's about what it feels like to want something. It's about wanting romance, wanting sex, wanting some kind of escape, wanting some kind of release or relief. And kind of touching on lyrically, I think that there is an evolution here from the lyrics of Pang. Like she just has a very distinct and quirky way of creating lyrics. Like her lyrical voice is so just weird in general. But I think with Pang, she's a bit more direct in her metaphors, and I think there's like more narratives in those songs. Like I think the songs kind of follow arcs more, and like there's I think more like real world details kind of peppered in. Here, I think that she's so abstract and like impressionistic, and I think that really suits the way that she creates lyrics because she has such a singular and incredibly interesting way with words, and it's like the way that she comes up with these phrases that maybe don't make logical sense, but like are so evocative and provoke such like a deep guttural response in you. Like they just create this atmosphere and this mood and this feeling. And it's just so like incredible to me. I'll get into more of like lyrical standouts with the Holy Trinities and stuff because I don't want to just keep going on and on and on. But there's like there's so many like canon lyrics here for me. She's just incredible writer, incredible performer, incredible producer. Um, she's just amazing. I mean, I need her next album so badly. Give it to me right now. So yeah, I'm Desire. That's what I think. And that's it.
Whoa. Oh, love. Okay, well, I'll be somewhat brief because I very much echo everything that you guys have already said. I mean, at a certain point, it's like you are like, oh, I want to turn into desire. I want to turn into desire. And then once you have turned into desire, you're like, what else is there to say? I'm
I'm
already
Desire.
desire,
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
Desire.
But yeah, I mean like I'm pretty sure I listened to this the day it came out. I feel like that in 2023 maybe Valentine's Day was like a Tuesday or Wednesday or something. Like I feel like I remember listening to it the day it did come out, but for me it was like once I had heard this because I hadn't heard Pang before. Like I had heard of course some of her songs, but I hadn't listened to like an entire project from her at that point. But like this was the album that like or excuse me, the kind of album that you listen to and then you hear it and it ends, then you're like, I need to tell every single person I've ever met about this album, and everyone I know needs to listen to it right now, you know?
Hmm.
Like it's just so incredible. And it's just one of those ones where it's like you think about listening to it and you're like, well, I'm going to start at the beginning and listen to the whole thing. Like I'm not gonna just cherry pick songs. Like I will consume the entire project every time it crosses my mind. It's just so incredible. So I just like feel like I have like a little anecdotes about it, but something that's like so insanely funny is so like one of my friend groups from college, when we were in college, we like were really into those after movies, like the movies that are based on like that Harry Styles fan fiction like book series. And we would just like watch them all the time and it would just be like a hoot and a half and we'd just be laughing at the movie and whatever. So it just became like central lore for like the group of us. And the final movie like uh I think it was in 2023 it came out. And it's the movie that's called After Everything. And in this movie, sunset gets used, and it was such a gag. And my friend Katie and I, we were sitting, I think we're sitting next to each other, and then like this song starts playing at like one of the scene transitions, and we just look over each other, we're like, oh my God, Caroline's here. Like this is crazy. I never would have imagined that these two worlds would have crossed. And it was just like so funny. But yeah, I mean like the music videos for the whole project are just like so cool. I actually didn't know that there was a video for Sunset until like somewhat recently, and I'm like so obsessed with it.
It's
Ugh,
really
it's all just
cool.
so good.
Do you guys have a
It's
favorite video?
like from the album.
Yeah.
I mean, probably Sunset. Like
Yeah,
I love like in every capacity, like how it sounds, the visuals, the music videos, like it all has this like vacation vibe. And I just
Hmm.
love how that video it feels like you're on vacation with your pals and you're having
Yeah,
a
that
good
it's so
song
cool.
gives me, I don't know how much you all have played Mario Kart, but it literally gives me, there's a beach course
Oh
in
yeah.
Mario Kart and it is literally the exact same instrumental as Sunset. I don't know if it like gags me every time.
I'm not familiar with Miss Beach Cart.
I know what you're talking about. I know it's
It's
like how that one Mitski song sounds like Rainbow Road.
oh
What Mitski
yes.
song sounds like Rainbow Road? What is Rainbow Road?
That's
Rainbow
like
Road's an
the hardest
amazing
map.
course.
It's the hardest map
Yeah.
in
I don't do
Mario
Mario
Kart.
Kart because I lose every time I do it. Because if I'm not good at something immediately, I don't want to do it.
Right.
So that's
Wait, let
me.
me look up the beach, the name
But I
of
think
it.
my favorite video is Welcome to My Island.
That one's
Mhm.
my favorite as well. Yeah.
I love the imagery in that one. But they're also good. And yeah, like all like the effects in the sunset one are really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good.
She's just so cool visually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like what you said too, Levi, just about like kind of her being like our generation's Kate Bush. And I actually didn't know that she like had like something to say about that, where
So
she
I
was like,
actually I looked it up and she tweeted, she said that she's endlessly fucking annoyed about being called her generation's Kate Bush because, quote, I, meanwhile, am this generation's Caroline Polachek.
that's legendary though. I mean, place
But
for
don't you
legend.
see the comparison? I
Well,
totally see
Yeah.
yeah,
it.
obviously. I mean, I will never forget listening to the deluxe edition of Desire, and then you get to Spring is Coming, and then
Mm,
I was like, oh my God, like when it started, I was like, oh my God, like this is our like sensual world. Like there's like
mm.
Kate Bush, the sensual world, and then there's Caroline Polachek, Spring is Coming with the strawberry in the mouth. I was like, oh my God, this is
That song
crazy.
is everything.
And just like the
It's
way that she like uses her voice reminds me, not because it sounds the same, but just like a similar kind of audacious quality that Kate Bush uses. Like it's insane that Kate Bush sounds like that and that she like stretches her voice to the limits that she does. And I feel that's a similar way about Caroline.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like interesting because I feel like with like Kate Bush's like vocal inflections, like a lot of it feels like very guttural. And then to Caroline, like kind of like I said before, like there's this just like insane vocal technique that's going on that does definitely separate her from Kate Bush, but then also somewhat connects them because it's like, well, people not a lot of people in music right now are doing a lot of vocal flips or like yodeling. However, though, like someone who is extremely popular who does have a very similar talent to be able to do all those things also is Chapel.
Mm,
Um, so like Guilty Pleasure, I feel like has a lot of that kind of
yes,
like
Miss
flipping
Yodel.
registers all the time, and it's very, very fun to listen to. It's very impressive. Um, but yeah, I mean, I definitely think without a doubt she's like the female alternative pop music maker for sure. And yeah, everything she does is so unique, and you can definitely tell where her influences are coming from. I mean, there's a lot of obviously Kate Bush and Bjork and yeah, but then again, it's almost like kind of going back to our Gracie Abrams conversation of like we can't reduce an artist to who they're influenced by and then say that like their work is less than because we can tell where their influences are coming from, you know? So, I definitely hear her when she's like, well, I'm me. Like, I definitely like these
And
people
she
that you're
also
talking
just
about,
has
but I'm
so
me.
many unique qualities. It's like nobody else is coming up with the lyrics that she's coming up with.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
there is nobody else on the planet who would use the line, that is Bay,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is amazing, by the way.
Hmm.
You can see it in your eyes, and that is Bay. It's like, this is like how probably like the common people felt when like Aristotle spoke for the first time.
Right.
Right. Like that, there's like that is Bay, and then there's I think therefore I am.
Literally, but I mean, objectively, that is Bay is like more interesting and provocative and important
Yeah.
historically.
Take that, Descartes.
You will never be glamour. You will never be
Yeah.
enough.
Okay, well, that's really all my thoughts, but like very much echoing everything that you guys had said. I mean, it's desire. Like
And we've turned into it.
we were turning into it. If you haven't listened to this ever before in your life, literally please do so. This was your sign, and you have to do it now. Everyone on the
Make
planet
sure
needs to
you're in
listen
a
to this.
safe environment though, because like the process of turning into desire like has like the potential to like really have some negative physical side effects.
It's a lot.
Like
Like
she's
you
on the
might
bus, she's
convulse,
on
you
a
might
bus in the
shake,
cover, but you don't want to be on the bus when you turn into desire.
and like you make sure you're hydrated. You have maybe a snack nearby if you need it.
Maybe drink a liquid IV before.
Yo, you definitely need liquid IV. You definitely need liquid IV. You
And
might
bring
even
one
need
for
real IV.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cliff Bar for after.
Gatorade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just, get those electrolytes.
Yeah. And you're definitely gonna get a sunburn, so don't even try to put on sunscreen.
Girl,
Yeah,
and
get some
the
aloe.
sand. Oh my God, the sand is everywhere. You can't get the sand out of your head.
Yeah.
I still have sand in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love. Okay, so now we're gonna do our song rankings. So we'll start out with our me's, our me hee hee hoo hoo hoos, our least favorite tracks, and then we'll do our top three, which are, of course, our favorites. So we'll start with our me's. So Drew, do you want to start us off?
Yes. This was pretty easy for me, to be completely honest. My me is Butterfly Net. Uh,
Oh.
which yeah. This is like the only song that I really skipped, to be honest. I think the lyrics are really pretty. Um, and I think she sounds great in it. I just don't think it like fully meets every other song on the album, if I'm being completely honest. And I think like the concept of it like is really, really cool. And I think that's why it ultimately is on the album. But yeah. And it's really long.
Yeah.
How long is it?
4 minutes and 36 seconds.
Is it the longest on the album?
Yeah. Oh, I know, billions. 4 billions is 4 minutes and 57 seconds. But
Okay,
that's
well,
4 minutes and
billions does
57.
not feel like
Yeah,
billions feels
well,
like
that
two
song feels like
seconds
two
of
seconds.
excellence.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're billions, you
Yeah.
can be however long you want to be.
But then it's also like you get Butterfly Net and then like you listen to Smoke and Billions after, and then it's like, whoa. I mean,
Also, let's not like be forgetful of what comes before Butterfly Net. Like,
right.
the concept of being hope drunk ever asking,
Well,
that is an
yeah.
amazing song. I had a spiritual experience listening to that song in the fall. I was walking in Andersonville to the train, and it was like dark and snowy, and I had this beautiful coat on, and I just felt so excellent. And like, but also mysterious. And I was walking to the train under the streetlights, and like I had this moment I just stopped and the song played and I was
Oh.
like, this is what it's like to be hope drunk. Like it was just so it was so magical. That's an amazing song to listen to like walking around at night.
Word.
And that's the gospel.
Perf.
Okay, well I
Okay.
can go.
Yeah.
Uh mine was also easy, but it's not Butterfly Net. Mine is Fly to You, which like as a Grimes apologist, I would have loved for that to be one of my favorite songs. It just feels like it feels the slightest to me of the songs here. Like I feel like there's the least to grab onto with that. Like I understand like Butterfly's Net isn't in my top half of the album, but like I love like a lot of what she's doing melodically and lyrically, and like I really like that kind of effect where it sounds like there's like pressure being applied to the ears, especially like in the beginning. Like that is so cool to me. And like a song like Fly to You, there just if there feels like there's less of that kind of like really interesting, special, unique touches being put upon it. And yeah, it's like firmly my least fave.
Whoa.
Okay, Maria.
T. Well, I actually have the same me as Levi.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a bummer because like my favorite thing about this track is definitely the guitar melody
Mm.
throughout it. I think it's like really fun and summery. Um, but it does just kind of stick out to me. Um, and I don't know, I just kind of feel like I'm not sure if this album needed like a drum and bass moment. Like it feels a little bit not it doesn't I feel like it doesn't gel as much with the rest of the album sonically in my opinion. And I kind of would have loved if like the entire album was just like completely uninterrupted Caroline vocals. Like I'm not sure if it needed a presence from other artists. I feel like it would have been really interesting narratively if she was the only vocalist on the album. However, I mean, I think Grimes and Dido both give really great features for sure. But yeah, and honestly, Hope Drunk Ever Asking was like really close to being my me because it's kind of just like the almost, I mean, I don't know. It's not like the most interesting one to me, but personally, the intellectual property that is going on with Hope Drunk Ever Asking, like, it's just too
Just
incredible.
naming a song, like I don't think a song named that should be the me because it's just too
No,
Yeah.
interesting.
it's too
Because you
interesting
are
and
like
It
unique
was
to me.
also
hope
my
drunk.
second to last.
Yeah.
You guys don't get it the way that I do.
But I love Caroline's vocals on Fly to You in the chorus. Like I think the Grimes vocals in like the verses and then her doing the chorus is like makes it ascend for me. Like I'm flying. I'm flying to you.
I'm
I
grounded.
still like it. I don't dislike it.
Yeah, it's not bad. I just think that it belongs here the least. And like if you're like, like a cute girl, but you're in a room full of supermodels, like it's you're a cute girl. No one's saying you're not cute, but like you're sitting next to Naomi Campbell. It's just not going to be the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
Like
it. I'm getting it.
it's still you're here with us, so so are you. But it's like
But it's also like, gorgeous is going to, devour
devour
cute.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with that being said, we can go on to our Holy Trinities. So we'll start off with Drew.
Yes. This was really hard. I had a really hard time with this. So yikes. My number three is Bunny as a Writer.
Mm.
I I don't think I why I chose it was because I love this song so much, and I don't think Caroline has another song like this. Like it to me, it really stands out, and I didn't think that either of you would choose it, so I put it in my top three. Just because I think it's so great. Yeah, it just like it should have been everywhere. Like in the way that "So Hot You're Hurting My Feelings" was like her pop-off song, like this should have been like even bigger than that.
Well, I
Because
don't
like
know if I would say bigger. Then So Hot You're Hurting My Feelings. I mean, in
yeah.
Levi Billboard, So Hot You're Hurting My Feelings actually holds the record for most weeks at number one
Oh wow.
with 279.
No, no, yeah. Bunny is a writer is it's that girl for me. Um, so yeah. My number two is sorry, I was like I okay.
Did,
My number two is Welcome to My Island. Uh
Look, yeah.
yeah, we like to
Welcome.
welcome you.
Just like I just in it coming out and it being out for obviously like 2 years, it is the song I come back to the most. Like I don't think when I was listening to it and digesting the album as much, I was listening to Welcome to My Island as kind of like a standout. But being away from it and coming back to it, I really just love listening to Welcome to My Island. It's just like one of the greatest album openers of all time. Yeah, and I mean her vocal performance in that first like war cry is like insane. Um, and then my number one best song of all time is I Believe.
Hmm.
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 Rip Sophie.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
And it's been my number one since I listened to the album. I love it so much. So yeah, there you
I don't
go.
know, but I
Thank you,
believe.
Drew.
Okay. My three, I felt similarly. My top two were locked in. I had a really hard time picking my three, and I decided to go. I was kind of strategic when I faced this problem with Virgin, and I could go that route and pick one that I don't think is going to be picked, kind of like what Drew did, but I'm just going to go with what I'm feeling in the moment in my heart and in my soul. And I'm going to pick my number three as Billions. Billions is a phenomenal closer to the album. It has some of my favorite lyrical moments on the record and kind of just like in general. I think like the way that she is saying things, like first of all, love describing yourself as psycho, priceless, good in a crisis. I love sexting sonnets under the tables. And then my personal favorite, and like my favorite Caroline lyric maybe ever is he's a pearl, I'm the oyster. And the reason I love that so much is because, first of all, the first time I heard it, I thought it was here's the pearl of the oyster, which I thought was like an interesting way to say that. And then when I found out it was he's the pearl, I'm the oyster, I was kind of like, oh, like that's not as interesting to me. But then I was like, wait, it's actually so much more interesting because like it's such an interesting way to talk about sex because like he's a pearl and the oyster, like he's inside the oyster. So yeah. But I think there's something like really subversive about that because like a pearl is seen as such a feminine object and so soft and like beautiful and shimmery, and like the oyster itself is like really kind of gross and like rough around the edges and like grimy, definitely like more masculine. And I love him being this feminine thing and like Caroline casting herself as this like the shell itself. She's like the protector and kind of the masculine presence. I think it's just maybe I'm being the friend that's too woke, but I think it's like incredibly interesting and just such a
I get it. I get it.
it's like I literally was writing an essay, a dissertation about this in my head at the gym yesterday. I was like, no, like literally, like the implications of this, the international implications. So yeah, and it's just an amazing way to close the record. My number two is also Welcome to My Island. Uh, Drew hit the nail on the head. It's one of the best album openers I've ever heard. It tells you exactly the kind of like batshit crazy, weird, audacious, beautiful, strange album you're getting yourself into. Like, just like her starting with that vocal moment and then going into this synthy, bubbly, like talk spoken verse. And then these electric guitars surge over the synths, and she just like goes into this like beautiful soaring chorus, and then she raps in the bridge. It's like, how could you not gag? How can you not gag? I had a really emotional moment with it once in an airplane when I was leaving Cancun. It was right before the album came out, and like literally right when we like when I looked out the window for the first time and saw the ocean, she sang Flew Over the Ocean Blue. And I was like, oh my God. Like I'm literally flying over the ocean blue right now. And it's funny, I should mention the Cancun trip because while I was in Cancun, another song was released before the album. I forgot there's actually five songs released before the album because Blood and Butter was released a few weeks before, and that's my number one. Blood and Butter to me is such a special song. I think that I think I listen to Welcome to My Island more, but I hold Blood and Butter in a higher regard. I think that song, in a way I've never really experienced with another song, describes the way I feel when I'm like being in love. Like the way that I feel love and romance is that song. This idea of just like wanting to be close to you, wanting to be near you. I feel closer than your new tattoo. It's I paint the picture in blood and butter. It's just like beautiful. I love the bagpipes on it. I love there's a song with bagpipes. I love how like the choruses shift where like the electric guitars come in like the second part of the chorus on the first go around, but then it comes on like the part of the chorus, the second go around. I love the melody of the verses. I do have to say, I know I just said that the best lyric was "He's a pearl, I'm the oyster," but I might be eating crow because we also have to talk about "Look at You, all mythological and Wikipediated." That is
Oh,
like like people are having meetings about that. There are discussions about that lyric, like mythological and Wikipediated. And it was actually really interesting. I found this she did a Ask Me Anything on Reddit and she was saying some really interesting things about why oh my God, did I lose it? Yeah, I lost it. Oh well. That doesn't matter. Basically, she was just saying that like mythological didn't have enough syllables and then like there wasn't a succinct way to say that like you're endlessly searching for knowledge so she came up with wikipediated and it's just like that I just think speaks to what makes her so special as an artist, so yeah, that's my number one.
oh, oh my gosh. Okay, so my number three is Sunset.
You're such a sunset girl, I knew you'd gag.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the perfect summer song. It's it's everything. Like this is it's getting up early on vacation, going on a walk by the water, but it's also the actual sunset and you're like at the end of the day after a long day of being outside and you're sunburnt and all of that. Like it's literally every single thing of summer and it's that in that song. And I'm just so obsessed with it. So yeah, I love that song so much. My number two is Blood and Butter.
Oh, gag it.
Gag it. Literally so obsessed. I'll never forget the gaggery of hearing the bagpipes on this song for the first time. It's just otherworldly. And like the imagery of blood and butter is so
Mhm.
intriguing. And I was like I'm like, "Oh my God, like just the fact that that's what the song is called is just so gaggy. It's like beyond words." So like, oh, I just love it so much. Everything about that song's amazing. And it's got this like really cool kind of like heartbeat to it too. Like it's got like a bit of a heavier kind of like tempo and percussion to it that makes it really interesting too. Like it feels a little bit more electronic, I suppose. But then also has like this bagpipe solo and it's just crazy. Like it's so good. It's so good.
It's an
So
insane song. Like imagine trying to explain that song to somebody who hasn't listened to it and
it's
like
impossible.
it's they think that you're on meth,
Yeah.
but it makes so much sense when you listen to it.
Yeah, it's literally perfect. And my number one is Billions.
Yeah.
Every single choice on this song is incredible. I love that it ends with like the children's choir and probably the most talented children on the planet because it's so good. And I love the like cannons that are happening at the end of the song with like the two different melody lines. It's so cool. And I love so much how this song has this like texture to it of this gosh, like I really wish I knew what it was, but it's clearly some sort of like actual like physical noise, but it like keeps getting like played in reverse. It's really, really interesting. Like it almost sounds like you're flipping through pages of a book really fast, but it's got that warped quality to it that you can like clearly tell like the actual noise itself got reversed. It's just so interesting. And yeah, I love the lyrical structure to this. And we were actually talking about this yesterday. Like, I like some of my favorite lyrics of all time are also this song. And specifically, my favorite part is salty flavor lies like a sailor, but he loves like a painter.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I mean, world stop. All of it's just so good. It's so good. So like I'm so obsessed with this song. Yeah, I feel like I there's not much else I can say. We've all just turned into desire.
We're all literally Desire.
We're all desire at this point.
Also, like there's so many incredible songs that we didn't mention, like
Yeah, like
Smoke.
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 Mm-hmm.
I mean, I believe was really close to being my number three, but like Smoke was up there. Pretty Impossible was up
Mm-hmm.
there for me.
Oh,
I love Pretty Impossible.
I really love Crude Drawing of an Angel. That's probably my favorite like down tempo moment of the album.
her voice on that song is like
Yeah.
I love
unreal.
the spoken parts in that. The
Mm-hmm.
camera
Camera
one,
one,
Camera one,
camera
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 two.
two,
two. It's so good.
and like the bass of that song is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my
But yeah,
gosh.
like I just like it would just feel wrong for me not to like talk about Smoke. Like Smoke is
Yeah, that
because
has
like
my favorite lyric on the album.
what
The
is it?
"You are the big answer tonight. You are melting everything
Oh,
around me. Oh, don't worry about me. It's just smoke."
you
Like,
love that
come
lyric.
on. You're melting everything around me. Oh, don't
Oh,
worry
don't
about
worry
me.
about me. I'm sorry, but like we also didn't talk on Blood and Butter how like she says that he's inventing June. Like that is such a crazy thing to say. That is so crazy. And like the whole context of that line is lying at the foot of a linden in a navel ring inventing June. Where did you come from, you? But
Like,
who
get out of here.
who's doing this?
Girl.
This is not something they just made. Who is doing this kind of shit? It's crazy.
Oh my God. It's just like looking through the lyrics, it's just like, wow.
I
Someone actually came up with all this. It didn't just like exist one day.
I also love right after Mythicological when she goes, "Look how I forgot who I was before I was the way I am with you." Like that's like such a simple line, but it's so like that to me is like how it feels to be in love. Like you forget everything else that came before, and you're like, I can't believe I wasn't this person my entire life because like because of you, I feel like everything is correct. It's just,
Oh, that also kind of gives me the vibe of like this one Bjork song that's on debut that's called like Someone in Love. And
oh,
it's
that
like,
song's one of my favorites on it.
yeah, because it's just this kind of like very like lullaby kind of song where she's just like, I'm doing all these silly things like someone in love. And it's just like, oh, like it's so like oh, lush and all this, and it's
Wait,
just like
Maria,
so
why
fun.
do I need a Caroline cover of Venus as a Boy?
Oh my God. I mean, absolutely. We totally need that.
Wait,
Any
why?
on debut.
I mean, kind of like imagine her
One
hyper
day.
ballad. Her what?
Oh.
Oh, you know how I feel about One Day.
Oh my God, it's just so good.
Drew, we got to get you in the Bjork tea.
You have to start sipping this Bjork tea.
I
You have to
do.
start getting the vision.
I had a moment with Post today as well, so
Like, like the concept of doing all this before you wake up.
before you wake up. Yeah. I it started because I was like, I need to listen to Isabel right now. And then
Oh,
I just
that
kept
song's so
going.
good.
It's
Okay, do you
so
want to know what
good.
I think I could send home any queen to on Drag Race? Um,
What?
it's so quiet. The Bjork version. I think I could beat anybody in a lip sync to that.
I 100% stand by that.
And I know that because I have lip synced to it and like sweated so profusely I've had to strip and be naked in my apartment while working so many times. Like
That'd be a good karaoke song.
there was this one day that I was having such a stressful day at work because I had so many like things due and like people were being annoying and I was like starting to cry. And so then instead what I did, I just gotten out of the shower, I was naked, I put my headphones on and I just lip synced to that for my life for like 30 minutes and then I felt like everything was going to be okay.
That's so lovely. You
Gag it.
fall in love. Gag it. Oh,
Okay, should we
that's
get into the
awesome.
utensils?
Yes, let's do it.
So these are the
Can I not go
scores.
first?
Yeah, girl, you and going first.
I just I don't want to go first.
Well, I can tell. I gathered that. Thank you, though. I'll go first. Want to go in reverse order?
Yeah, let's do reverse. Leave a nice one.
I mean, sorry.
Is it a
Look,
10?
I mean, Karen, I don't want to hear no shit talk on the comments because Karen loves. Karen, I can't help that I'm a lover. I can't help that I see beauty everywhere. Yeah, it's 10. It's just like, how do you listen to this and not give it its
It's
flowers? Like,
so hard.
I was trying to like justify a lower placement of it because I was like, oh, like I already gave two tens the last two episodes and like blah blah blah. But I feel like that's also unfair to this record. Like it's unfair for me to not just embrace how incredible I think it is. I think it's an astonishing accomplishment. Like it's like it deserves to be celebrated, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like it's just so
No.
immaculately crafted. So yeah, it's 10.
Hmm.
Sorry about it, haters.
Tea.
Okay, Miss
Well,
Maria Spoon.
yeah. Well, I'm giving it an amazing score, of course. I think I'm just going to be a little bit more reserved than Levi, but I'm going to give it a 9.6.
That's a great score for you.
Mm.
I
You've
think I'm
been really
yeah.
high lately, Maria.
Huh?
Well, you've been high because you're giving this 9.6, then you did 10 last episode, and then you did 9.4 with Virgin. I mean, you're being so generous to the people right now.
Yeah, I mean, you put the talented women in the music and
Virgin
then it's just
gag your
good.
You
tea.
Yeah.
put the talented women in the music, and it's just good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it just gets to a point when you're like, yeah, this is perfect.
Okay, Drew, what are you doing?
I think I'm at a 9.8. Like I was gonna give it a 9.7, but I really like there's so little wrong with it. Like there's like it's just not a 10 for me, and I don't know why.
Well, you hate her and want her to die.
Like,
Just give it a 0, do it.
Just yeah, just bummer.
yeah, it's a 9.8.
He's not even
And I
acknowledging us.
like I'm already like, do I no, it's not a 10, but it's a 9.8.
Be
I
true to
mean,
you.
do you want to do a 9.9?
Be true to you.
Like is that like such an asshole move though to give it a 9.9?
No. I would love to give something a 9.9.
Okay, it's
I
an
love things
okay.
too aggressively.
Bump her up, 9.9.
9.9. I kind of think that's kind of like there's something very chic about like you're almost perfect but not quite. Okay. So with that, it now has a 9.83.
Is that the highest?
It is now second place. So Virgin was second place with 9.8. Desire has a 9.83 behind Blue's 9.86.
We're all admins on the Joni Crave account, apparently.
Literally, Joni, I mean, her foot is on everyone's neck.
It would take it would have to take two tens and like a 9.8 to or 9.7 maybe.
It would have to, I think it would be because Virgin was two tens and a 9.4. I mean, this could have like if Maria had given it like a 9.9, because you guys both gave Blue 9.8. So like if Maria had
Uh-huh.
also given it like a 9.9, I think it would have beat it.
Well, she would have given it
'Cause-
a 9.8 because I gave it a 9.9.
No, I the one, girl, don't put her in that. That's the thing that I do.
What?
The 1 point higher than you. Maria doesn't do that. I'm the one has
No,
done
no.
that.
I was saying if Maria gave it a 9.8, then it would automatically be higher because we both gave Blue 9.8. And so I gave Desire a 9.9. So that's what I was saying. If she would have given it a 9.8, that's all it would have taken for it to overthrow Blue.
I'm getting it.
Because we gave Blue 9.8, 9.8, 10. But I'm
Well, but
saying,
wouldn't if she like just did it like a 9.7, wouldn't that have also been true? Well, let me just see what the math is. I mean, I can
Yeah,
edit
do the
this. This
math.
is
Someone
it's
get out
not
the
written in
Texas
blood.
Instruments.
Okay, so if she had done 9.7, it would have tied. So you're right. It would have had to go to 9.8. Oh, you're so smart.
Oh, you're so smart.
But she didn't do it. She did a 9.6.
Yeah, she hates her. It's fine.
Ooh, okay. Well, we still have Preacher's Daughter to talk about at some point.
Oh, well, that, I mean,
It
Yeah.
was just going to be interesting to see what I think something will beat Joni someday, maybe. I,
we'll
I
give
I'm
something L tens, I'm
I
sure.
think there is an all tens coming. I mean, we had opportunity to make history last episode, but you sometimes it just doesn't work out like that. I kind of thought there was a world where it happened to this one. I was thinking, I was like, I did think it was maybe possible. Um, but
Pretty impossible.
y'all are Scrooges.
Oh, 2 seconds ago. Wow, Maria, that's a really good score.
Well,
Now I'm
just
Scrooge. Now I'm literally Ebenezer Scrooge.
I mean, you are Ebenezer Drew Scrooge. Like you guys are.
Right.
Do you know that I played Bob Cratchit in high school?
No.
Yeah, I was Bob Cratchit in a musical production, and I was so pissed I wasn't Scrooge.
Wait, in
But
a musical?
Yeah.
yes, there's a musical.
Wait, I had no idea.
And I had a big solo about freaking Christmas shopping. It was literally me dragging Tiny Tim around, being, look at the Christmas presents that you can't buy. I mean, it was, I don't know, my song was so stupid, but it's true.
Well, we did it. We turned into
We did
Desire.
it.
We did
Well, we
it.
were
And
already
then
Desire.
Oh, well, yeah, of
Drew,
course.
what are we doing next week?
So we're doing a pop girly that we have not done yet. Very excited to get into it. We're gonna do Guts by Miss Olivia Rodrigo.
Yay.
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 We're
So
gonna
very
make the
excited.
bed.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad idea, right?
Not listening to pop girlies. It's a bad idea,
But
right?
oh, it's better. God.
It was right there.
Okay, well, uh I'm gonna go smoke. Uh,
Oh,
Well, okay.
no, that was bad. I'm gonna go fly to you.
Nice. I have a picture I need to go paint in Blood and Butter.
well, I believe that this is the end of the podcast.
Whoa.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Shanti.